Okay. Cool. Sure I said it before, but I have discovered that this cheap 4-way screwdriver I got from Harbor Freight, which I don't know where those, if those are everywhere or not, but they're, pretty common in the U.S. Is the right size to get the spark plug out. And then I just need to pop the head off of this vertical engine because there is a burr, actually a leftover from an incomplete parting when they made one of the valves. And every time I open this up to clean the carbon out of it, I get fed up with my rag catching on that. So I'm going to pop this top off here and get the grinding burr on my dremel and clean that up. And honestly, the engine works just fine with it. So if your concern is producing this little engine at whatever price, the quality control that it run is much more important than whether or not that little issue from parting is removed. So yeah, but I found it and it bothers me, so I'm going to fix it because I have enough stuff that I can do something about it. I have to say that when you're working in limited tools, space for them, like the thing I find most useful after your basics, like a cordless drill and a hand saw and a hammer, if you're looking for quick power tool goodies, Dremel is kind of the handiest thing for little projects like this. I used to do a lot of model railroading in HO scale, and like when people ask about what a Dremel is for, I always used to say that a Dremel is one of those tools that you never quite know what it's for when you get it, but as soon as you find the first thing to do with it, it seems like you can't stop using it, because there's always another little project that, oh, this would be perfect for that. So I'm going to move this real close here. I don't know how the lighting is. There we go. There's just a little nub there from parting on both of these, and that's not actually in the, there's not an issue with that on the horizontal engine, so I'm not sure if I think I just got lucky with that, because I don't know why you would have broader issues, or I don't know why you would end up with quality control to remove that when it's not particularly necessary. Even though these engines are interference, the head will hit the valves on the ET1 and the ETX. It's not critical, because when they're timed properly, there's, like, the intake valve is only going to open when there's suction on it. So there, that is the little burr that I was looking for. Use this cone-shaped tool, because that's going to let me get in there real good without hitting anything else. So again, I got my safety glasses on. Never use a Dremel or any power tool without safety glasses. And alright, took those two nubs off really nicely. So now when I open this up to clean it out, I will not be catching my rag on those nubs. So just put this back and set the head in place here. And then reminder, every time you put these back on, make sure that this valve rod goes into the hole on the rocker arm, because if it doesn't, that's going to bind up and obviously not work right. So just alright. I think I'm going to stop the camera and finish nipping this up. It's a Thursday, so I will figure out a good time I can play with these, because I think I'm going to be busy Saturday, but I'm not sure yet. I usually play with all these on Saturday, and I found out I might be busy Saturday, so I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to really get to play with the new engines, since, as I said last week, they arrived when I was getting busy to go do something else, and so I just got to test them out, and then I had to go about the rest of my day. And I would really like to play with those some more, because they seem really interesting. And of course, those, the ET6 and ET7, their valve arrangement is not interference, so the piston won't accidentally hit the valve anytime while the engine is running. That also means, because they've got more space in the head, that they're a lower compression than the ETX here and the ET1. So, and I was absent-mindedly talking and not thinking about my head bolt pattern here, and almost screwed that up. But seems to be okay there. Alright. Well, clean up from this and get about the rest of my day. There we go. Snug the spark plug in and put the wire on, and I forgot to bring my wire strippers down to strip the little end off of the ET6 and ET7. Yeah, I'm going to do that off camera, but I don't know if you can see this, but I do clip the end of the wire off so there's enough to go all the way into the boot and really touch the spark plug properly, because when the wire is trimmed even with the insulation, it's depending on the very, very vigorous spark to jump the gap, or any gap there, to the spark plug head and then the gap of the spark plug inside the engine for ignition. And I have worked with enough other engines on bigger scales at different times that I don't trust that. Seems to work okay, but I would rather that they were more properly adjusted. So I'm going to do that off camera, and hopefully I find time to play with these this week.